So in the era of red pill content and men's self-improvement, the topic of the nice guy is a recurring topic that always comes up. The theory of the nice guy who's so nice, so polite, and women stomp all over him to go jump on Jaquan and Chad and, Pookie and Ray Ray, etc., etc. And there's an old red pill YouTuber I used to watch back in the day. His name is FitX Fearless, and he went viral recently for talking to one of those nice guys. And this dude in particular is insane. This dude's out of his mind crazy.
It's laughable that the women don't pay no attention, but they end up as single mothers.
Yes, they deserve it. They should have chose a guy like me.
They should have chose little Michael, that he's a good person. Now you feel good that women are left unfortunate.
I'm not gonna lie. Off top, the grin with the nodding, he's giving me, kitchen knife vibes.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I'm just keeping it real. Like, what do you want me to say? He's giving me vibes of like, I don't care what gender you are, Zerk, or you can't just like, if he's standing behind me, there's a problem. Like, you cannot be anywhere behind me. Like, seriously. He's automatically giving me like just kitchen knife vibes. He's saying that, chicks deserve the worst for not choosing him. And guys like this gotta understand, bro, you haven't even like developed as a person yet. Why would a chick choose you? Like, you're not even dressed well. You're going on a show. You're going to be on the internet. Your facial hair isn't the worst in the world, but you've got a sideways Adidas hat on with the logo peeling off, a shirt that says God knows what. It looks like you're in God knows where, and you just look scruffy. If you're going to go on this show, put your best foot forward, dress well, present yourself well, but you look scruffed up and you're smiling and grinning and nodding at the thought of women who didn't choose you, ending up with a miserable life. Maybe it was for the best that they didn't choose you. It is okay to not be chosen, especially because this guy's apparently 21. You're just starting life. You haven't even done anything yet. It's actually a good thing that nobody wants you right now, because these are the years where you're going to formulate your life.
What about the girls who didn't choose you and ended up well?
I wish the worst for him eventually.
See, this is called anger and sadness.
Yo, hold up a second. Hold up. This dude, this dude's deranged. Like, you have to understand, like, no matter how angry you are at the opposite sex, but especially as a man, you have to understand, going on the internet wishing the worst on the opposite sex because some of them did not choose you on the internet, on God's internet, in front of everyone to see, that is insane. That is crazy. But this dude's not even it's not registering to him how insane this is. Like, none of this, he doesn't realize how deranged he looks. Like, in his mind, all of this is perfectly normal. It's normal. Like, it makes sense to him, which is crazy. It's like, bro, why would somebody want to be around you if you're constantly just stewing in negative energy? Like, people can feel negative energy on you. Like, life is kind of like anime. That's real. People can feel when you're angry. They can feel, even if you're not showing an expression on your face, it's in the air. Like, it's just, it thickens the air. It makes it hard to breathe. Like, when you're this angry and this bitter, it flows out. People can feel that shit on you. It's in no way, shape, or form just in your head. It is very much being felt by those around you, especially women who tend to be far more socially, adept and far more socially put together than men. So when you're out there in the world putting out this kind of energy, bro, chicks can feel it. And there might be some chicks who look at you and think, yo, like, he might be kind of cute, but then they feel that, that kitchen knife energy on you, and they're like, oh, what I'm saying? Like, not gonna be me.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
Why would they? Like, come on, like, be for real.
When's the last time you had sex, bro?
I paid for it just 2 weeks ago.
Why do you give them money to sleep with you? Isn't your hard work and resources valuable to you? Why do you give them your hard-earned money?
For my pleasure.
So that means that your money doesn't mean and that women are better than you. They are actually correct for not picking you.
They're not correct.
They are, because you still give them money to
All right, but the toxic guys...
Well, get the toxic guys, Michael. The toxic guys are getting for free. You're not. You're picked.
Yo, this dude is all over the place. Like, bro, look... Like, at the end of the day, like, one, I don't even believe him when he says he's out there paying. I don't believe him. Like, I just don't. Like, I just don't believe he's out there doing that. Like, in the sense that I just don't think he's capable. Like, I just don't think he can go outside and just, like, facilitate a conversation that could lead him to that point where he's paying for that. I'm sorry, like, and on top of that, this dude, again, is giving shove you down the steps kind of vibes. Like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't even believe, I feel like he's straight cap. I feel like he's just lying. Like, FedEx has a point, like, bro, like, you got all this hatred in your heart and you feel so superior and you have all this, like, all these negative, like, you know, bad things they wish and like, you wishing all these bad things on people. Like, bro, maybe they're right. If you've been relegated to paying for it while despising and hating the people that you have to pay, maybe you really are down there. Maybe you really are a little, like, maybe you really are a chump. Like, if you hate them and you have been relegated to doing what he's claiming he's been doing, I can't help but say, like, look, maybe they are right. Maybe they are better. And he's sitting here worried about toxic dudes. It's like, bro, here's something a lot of guys got to understand. It's not just toxic dudes out here talking to and dealing with women and having relationships with women. That's just not reality. There are normal guys who aren't assholes that have healthy, happy relationships with women. When you walk outside, that's what you're seeing. I'm willing to bet the vast majority of relationships are perfectly normal. Now, some of them are UFC relationships where people are getting black eyes and elbows in the stomach and all kind of, kung fu. But the vast majority, I would bet, I would hope, the vast majority of relationships are actually perfectly normal. So these quote unquote nice guys who have this like world in their head built up where the nice guy always loses and the asshole always wins, that is not real life. And that mentality is poisoning some of you dudes into doing nothing with your life because you're stuck in this paradigm and this mindset of, well, I'm a nice guy, I'm a good person, therefore, not only do I wish the worst on her, but I can't even conceive of a reality in which she would ever choose a good guy. First and foremost, this dude has to realize, if you are out here wishing the worst on people who have done nothing but say, sorry, not interested, if you're out here actually wishing hell on them, there is a problem with you. You're not that nice of a guy. Furthermore, if you view nice guys in such a negative lens, that tells anyone and everyone a lot about how you view yourself. You view yourself as a loser, as incapable, as just totally just at the bottom of the social totem pole. If you can't conceive of a nice guy being in a successful, happy, romantic relationship, that means you can't view yourself because you think you're a nice guy. You think you are. You perceive yourself that way. Your actions have shown otherwise, but you see yourself that way. If you see yourself that way and you perceive nice guys as being horrible at acquiring good relationships and just can't do it because women just don't like quote unquote nice guys, you're automatically creating a reality in which you can't achieve these things because you're stopping yourself mentally. You are blocking yourself. And this dude is worried about toxic dudes. Like, and here's another thing that I hate about the red pill. This idea that you need to be toxic. You don't need to be toxic, but you do need to put your foot down. Don't be a doormat. Don't be a sucker. Don't be a pussy. But you don't have to be a piece of shit. If somebody won't respect you unless you are a piece of shit, that means you should probably cut that person out of your life. That means this person is probably going to be the kind of chick to smack another dude and expect you to fight this guy or maybe even end this guy because she's running her mouth, smacking people, acting crazy. Now you're in a position where you could lose your life because your chick is using you as an enforcer, a bodyguard, a street nigga, some kind of gang member. Like, that's not the kind of person you want to be around. So you said he worried about, toxic dudes and XYZ. Like red pillars have to let that kind of mindset go. This idea that you have to be some kind of celebrity or rapper to get a good woman, false. The idea that there's no good women, false. The idea that no good chick would ever choose a good guy, false. False. A lot of y'all dudes come from stable families talking about bitches ain't shit. Like, it's crazy to me. It's just insane.
Into sleep with women.
Right.
If you feel like women are beneath you, why do you give them money?
Because that's the only way to get women. I mean, that's not
Right. Yeah. That's the only way you can get women. So the women are still above you. They're still better than you, even though you don't like them, even though you're angry at them.
You might got a point there.
He said you might have a point there. Nah, he has a very clear and concise point there. He's 100% correct. Here's what I will say, though. As someone who watched Red Pill content when I was like 19 and 20, you know, back then Andrew Tate wasn't famous yet. You know, Red Pill content creators just weren't as popular yet. Kevin Samuels was just on the rise and becoming big at that time. You know, the biggest thing I took away was the most important thing is improving yourself. There is nothing more important than that. If you're a young guy who's got the same kind of mindset as this dude here, you have to realize and understand, like, why would a woman want to be with you or reproduce with you if the first reaction you have to struggling is to kick the entire sandcastle down? You just knock over all the Legos because you can't build the proper kind of structure you want. You're missing a piece, so I'll just destroy the entire thing. Like, adaptability. The ability to find yourself in a difficult environment and adapt to that environment is intrinsic to human nature, and it is a sign of a species or an individual that is capable of surviving. If you can't even adapt to like the dating game, which is like one of the most important things you will ever have to adapt to in life, I don't even know if chicks should even be giving you any time of day, period. Like, seriously, should you even pass on your genetic legacy if your reaction to not doing well with women is I hate them and wish the worst for them? Like, they're in an alternate reality. This guy went to the gym, trimmed up his facial hair, turned his hat to the right angle, you know, put on a proper shirt, stopped thinking all these evil, villainous things, nefarious things, and said, you know what? I'm going to give this shit a shot. I'm going to try. Like, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm frustrated, but I'm not quitting. I'm going to give this a chance. I'm going to give this a try. That right there should be your first reaction at 20 or 21. When I was 21, I was in the gym. I was working hard. I was genuinely trying to get my physical fitness in order and trying to, like, at least make an attempt to get it together. A lot of these dudes don't want to attempt to get it together at all, in any way, shape, or form. You know, and this is the part of the red pill shit that a lot of y'all don't listen. Is a lot of red pill content creators say it. Is most of y'all are gonna hear all of this shit and not change at all. You're not going to do anything different. You're not going to make any edits or changes to your life. You're going to continue to be the same person you were when you came across this content, and you're going to continue to lose and fail and fuck up. However, some of you will come across this information and apply it to your life and change yourself. And one of my biggest concerns when I came across Red Pill content was I don't want to be the guy who's watching all of these content creators and coming away with no changes to my life. I'm happy to say that I did start making good changes to my life after watching some creators and listening to some advice. But this guy here, this dude right here, he's not in his right mind. Dude's smiling while saying some of the craziest, most unhinged things you could possibly say. He needs help. The first thing he needs is psychological help. Then he needs to move on to making physical changes, going to the gym, working out, getting his life together. But there is absolutely no reason to be thinking the way this guy thinks and to still think that somehow or another women are in the wrong for not choosing you. If your first reaction to not getting women is how do I just kick the entire sandcastle over and wish the worst for everyone around me, why would you want to reproduce with that? You don't have any adaptability. You have no determination. You have no grit. You have no resolve. You have no desire to adapt and change. There is nothing about your genetic makeup internally. Fuck being ugly. You internally have no genetic traits that should be passed on to the next generation. Like, literally forget your physical appearance. Internally, you probably shouldn't have a legacy. Because you just have no redeeming qualities. You have no traits, no skills, no adaptability, no nothing. You're just quitting. So, you know, this guy's a little bit, this guy's off his rocker. I'll just say that. He's off his rocker for sure. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You know, what do you think about this not so nice guy? What's your takeaway? What's your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.